G'day guys, Bryce Edwards here. So I found that there's a ton of information on the internet about technical analysis on charting and different indicators, but there's not much out there on trading the order book. So firstly, just some housekeeping, just take a moment to digest the disclaimer. And with that out of the way, I'm going to give you a bit of an overview, tell you why I've gravitated towards shorter term trading using the order book, and in particular the Spark platform, which is what you're looking at here. Right, so Spark is a piece of software that I guess has really revolutionised the way in which the order book is displayed. So it gives you a visual representation of the order flow rather than the traditional format that the order book is displayed in a ladder, just displaying the numbers. So I'll give you, I guess, a few reasons why I really like this style of trading, why I was able to pick it up fairly quickly. But first, well, I guess the first point that I should point out is that the relevance of the order book is heavily skewed towards scalping and shorter term trading, which is basically my bread and butter. So the shorter the time frame of your trading, the more important the order book is. Okay, so why I trade the order book. So the first, or I guess one of the real benefits of this style of trading is that it's quick to learn. Right, so you can fast track the learning process through repetition. And generally speaking, I guess the more times you do something, the better you get at it. So for example, I've made about probably 1,300 trades in the last 6 months. Now, if I was learning to position trade, hold positions for possibly weeks or months, it would probably take me 5 or 10 years to make that many trades and gain that sort of experience. So in shorter term trading, the learning process is very concentrated, and it's almost like you're getting your experience in fast forward, so you can pick it up fairly quickly. Number two is that because you're making so many trades, you inevitably become desensitized to the pain of taking losses. Right? Taking losses is obviously just part of the game. It is probably the biggest hurdle for newer traders who tend to hold on to losing positions or let small losses blow out to big ones. But it's really just practice. So the more losses that you take, the easier they become to take. Because you kind of get desensitized. It's almost like, I'll give you an example, like a med student, right? I mean, the first time that a med student has to cut up a dead body or a dead corpse, it's probably pretty frightening. And then, 10 years later, they're an experienced surgeon, and they're probably slicing up body parts with the same sort of demeanor that you and I would brush our teeth with, right? So you end up becoming desensitized. And then lastly, and this is probably the main reason why I really like trading the order book, is that I found that it really takes the emotional baggage out of being wrong. And the reason is that you end up getting out of the predictions game, and you end up trading what you see in the order book rather than where you actually think that the stock is going to go. And I found that, for my trading, I found that the more I thought about a trade idea, the more effort I put into generating the trade idea, researching a company, or you might stare at a chart in however many different time frames. The more time that you put into it, the more you become emotionally wedded to the stock or to the trade idea. And when that happens and you get it wrong, it's obviously much harder to stop the trade out for a loss. And when you take the loss, it really damages your ego, and you end up, on this, huge, emotional roller coaster. So on the flip side, in trading the order book, when you spot a trade opportunity in the order book, you actually make a split-second decision to get into it, and it really forces you to, as I said previously, trade what you see and not what you think. And because when I'm trading short term, I don't have the time to think about the trade too much before getting into it. You find that you're not emotionally wedded to the trade, and you can quite easily cut the trade for a loss and move on. So there, I guess, are really three core reasons why, in my experience, I think this style of trading is a great way to earn your stripes as a trader. Um, I guess there's no doubt that the big money is not made in scalping, right? It's really in position trading and holding on to big trends. But you've basically got to crawl before you can walk, and I think that the skills that you develop in trading the order book will eventually set the stage for bigger and better things. So that's it for this week. Good luck in the markets, and I'll catch you next time.